Hi guys, welcome to Psychic Astro. I'm so excited to be doing these videos moving forward. So these videos are going to be astrology based on channeled messages that I get from spirit. So please watch the videos based on your sun, moon, or rising sign, whatever resonates the best for you. Me personally, it's always been my rising sign. It's never been my sun, moon. I just wanted to tell you guys that. Maybe that'll help somebody out there. I've also noticed that for me, my rising sign and my natal chart, as well as my rising sign and my progress chart, also resonates with me. Sometimes more so my progress chart than my natal chart. So yeah, I hope that helps anybody out there. Maybe it's worth trying out. So basically what I'm going to be doing in these videos is I'm going to be channeling the transits of the month. I'm going to be going over the themes you guys can expect. I hope, you guys like these videos. I'm starting off, kind of this way with the paper and the pen because I'm new to this and I just need to figure out what works best for me through trial and error. I'm sure eventually I'm not going to be sticking to paper and pen, but this is what I feel comfortable with for right now. I also just want to put a disclaimer out there. As a psychic, as much as I love channeling messages from spirit, as much as I love channeling the cosmos, and although I trust my messages, I don't know, maybe it's my Virgo placement, maybe it's my Capricorn stellium. I want to tell you guys strongly that I believe you guys shouldn't just stick with psychic channeled messages only. You guys should definitely, watch or at least look into professional astrologers' predictions as well for monthly readings. At least that's just how I feel, and I do want to put that out there. To just be practical about these things and, not just strictly rely on psychic messages, okay? All right, with that being said, let's get to it. Hi guys, this video is going to be for my sun, moon, rising Scorpios for the month of April. What you guys are looking at right now is the energy you guys can expect to be feeling walking into the month of April. So let's get to it. April 1st, April 1st, Mercury turns retrograde, goes retrograde in Aries in your 6th house. Okay. So what would you guys be feeling in with this energy? So typical Mercury retrograde things, I would say there's a delay with communication, with thoughts, with technology. They would take on 6th house things. So this would be affecting your everyday routine. There would be some type of switch up. You guys may have trouble sticking to your routine. Your thought process, communicating at work may be slowed down. You may actually, I feel like ironically enough, yeah, with this Mercury in retrograde, things would be delayed. Get down. Sorry. But at the same time, you guys may do Aries like things, which is like talk too fast, not think before you speak. Again, that is Mercury retrograde things, but with the spin of Aries, because this is what Mercury in Aries does. It says what it thinks to get that energy out, because Aries has a lot of energy. You guys may, there could be delays in travel going to work because 6th house is talking about what it is you guys do for work. Trying to think, let's see what else. Mars is the ruler of Aries and it's in Pisces right now. So I would say things could get lost in your communication. There just would be misunderstandings. You guys could literally have delays because you're losing things, misplacing things. It just feels extremely foggy, Neptunian, I would say. You guys could be daydreaming more than usual. Yeah. All right. Let's see what else. Oh, and also I think with the sixth house, because it's work, and with Aries being in any house that is talking about the place of work, this is talking about leadership abilities, boss, being a boss. So I would say that you guys may be angry at work or be more, I would say, sensitive in a sense, because you're more likely to potentially, with this going retro, can you stop? Be more argumentative if you don't have this type of role. Or if people are constantly bothering you for things, you guys could be like more easily annoyed and then snap instead of like maybe having patience. Something like that could be a theme as well, I think. Okay, so April 5th, Venus enters Aries. So Venus is leaving Pisces in your 5th house and it's entering your 6th house. So what does this mean? There could be a new job. There could be an increase in pay. You guys could be feeling some type of positive energy towards working out, something like you guys want to improve your body, because when I think of the 6th house, I think of spirituality, but I also think of like I think of the 6th house as spirituality with healing, but I also think of this as how do you guys take care of your body? So you guys may be having this on your mind, but there may be a delay with this or having an issue with actually doing it, but it may be on your mind if it's not actually money. There could also be romance in the workplace, especially because Mars, the ruler of Aries, is in your 5th house, which talks about romance. And now you have Venus, the ruler of love and relationships, in your 6th house. So, yeah, that could be a thing for some of you guys out there. Excuse me. April 6th, Venus in Aries sextiles Pluto in Aquarius. So Venus in Aries in your 6th house will be sextiling Pluto in your 4th house in Aquarius. So a sextile in astrology, this is an energy that requires you to do something. You have to take action in order for this to manifest. Otherwise, it's just an energy that just sits there. So there's a potential for this to manifest, but you have to do something, okay? So when I think of Venus and Pluto talking, I think of something transformative happening. I think of something changing for the better, because Pluto is talking about something in regards to our shadow, and Venus is talking about beauty. She's talking about feeling good, feeling comfortable, or she could be talking about money. But with the 6th house and the 4th house, I'm thinking about either an increase in money, like trying to get an increase in money at work, to do something at home, to transform the home. It's like you guys may, I would say, as a sun, moon, rising Scorpio with Aquarius in the 4th house, there is always something. It's like a jitterbug energy is how I would describe it. It's like you need to do something at home, right? Like something needs to change. And this could be, since it's talking to Venus, like you see something you want to change at home to make the home look better, aesthetically pleasing. You may want the home to just look different. You just want to transform it, change it. This could even be like if you guys work at home, like changing your workstation, you know, because sixth house is work, but it's also your everyday routine. So the second your alarm clock wakes you up and you're getting ready for work, your whatever it is you guys do, then you go to work, you go home, whatever, like that is literally sixth house. This is why they call it, like, they make it sound so negative, because all of that takes a lot of energy, right? It's a lot of work to do to live. So anyway, so these two, if you guys want, you guys could change something at home or initiate the beginning of this, okay? So what I think could have happened here is you guys could have seen something at home around April 6th and thought to yourself, okay, I want to put energy into this. But the thing is with Venus and Aries, Aries is the body, it's the first house, it's the self. So whatever this is that you want to do at home, if this is what it is, Kylo, be quiet. Sorry, guys. He whines all the time, all the time. Whatever this is, it probably requires physical work, like physical, like you're probably seeing something at home that requires physical labor. It's not just something easy, is how I would think of it. Or this could be like wherever it is you get ready, you could want to change that. Honestly, it could be so many different things. Hold on one second. Venus rules your 12th house and your 7th house. So 7th house is relationships, partnerships. 12th house is your mind, your thoughts. Honestly, this could also be like doing some type of, like wanting to do something with you guys, literally, like to improve relationships in your mind. It's like something at home needs to be changed to make you guys feel more beautiful, or in order to improve yourselves. I don't know. I'm getting something about self-love here at home, but at the same time, it's connecting to, well, if I want to make myself feel better, I want my home to look like this. I want my home to look like that. I don't know. I'm kind of curious if anybody resonates with that. Let me know. But yeah, it's definitely transformational. Okay, so April 8th, new moon, solar eclipse in Aries. Okay, so there would be a new moon here. I'm just going to write new moon. Okay, so with this type of energy, what could you guys have been feeling? So usually with new moons, this is a time where we manifest new things, new energies into our life. They do say that when it's an eclipse, that it's really not recommended. I personally believe that whatever you guys want to do, you should do. However, I did channel this and I did see that this was accurate. You know, with eclipse energy, it's a bit chaotic. So therefore, it's like how I was seeing it was your mind may not be seeing clearly. It may not be in the right place. So therefore, it's like, why would you take the time to try to manifest new things or think of a list to put together of the things you want to create into your life? It's not a big deal if you did, but what are the new things that could potentially be coming your way? Because no matter what, because it is a new moon, it is going to be bringing new things in. But because it's an eclipse, the moon is literally covering the sun at some point, and the moon is talking about the past. It's talking about your emotions. The sun is your vitality. It's your energy. It's your willpower. It's your higher self. So I think, you know, when you look at it for the way it really is, it's like that kind of makes sense that whatever new energy will be coming in, there's going to be a delay, and it's going to be because we're hung up on something, we're not too clear in our thoughts, or it's like we're not ready to manifest this energy or get this energy just yet. But what could this energy be? I'm gonna say that it's definitely connected to sixth house things, which is gonna talk about you guys, and this is gonna be because it's in Kylo. It's because it's in the sixth house. It's because it's in Aries, which talks about you guys, first house things, self, the body, who you guys are. And you guys literally have a whole stellium going on in the sixth house, which to me is saying like a do-over in how you take care of yourself. Are you thinking about yourself first? Are you taking care of your body? Are you taking care of your health, your mental well-being? Because it's connected to the 12th house axis. And right now you guys have your south node in your 12th house in Libra. So there is this energy that is telling you to get out of your mind, especially when it comes to relationships, okay? I'm not saying that because the ruler of Aries is Mars and it's in your 5th house. So for some of you, it's going to be talking about art, creativity, artwork, creativity, but for some of you, it's going to also be talking about relationships. So with the South, hold on. So just because the South Node is in Libra, it doesn't mean per se that like for all of us in the collective, like stay away from relationships. It's more like the focus needs to be on how we can be a better person for society. And I'm not trying to sound like hippie or like woo woo, whatever, but the truth of the matter is it does just go back to psychology 101, right? How can you have a healthy relationship with friends and, you know, romantic partners? You can only have that if you yourself are healthy, right? So this is what's going on for everybody right now, where it's like, okay, the South Node in Libra is showing us relationships, partnerships that aren't working for us, or if we're being too if we're attracting the wrong type of partners, if we're being too forceful, too dominating, it's like, okay, well, now we need to lead into the evolved Aries energy, which is still being about the self and leadership, but also leaving room for others in a balanced way where there is room for both parties to succeed. So I hope that makes sense. So with you guys having your South Node in the 12th house, it's like Spirit is telling you guys to not that you can't be like with your own thoughts or in your mind, but lean in towards the physical plane. What's going on now? Be present, focus on yourself. So if you notice that your eating habits aren't good, if you notice you need a better workout routine, you need to start doing mantras, you need to verbally, you know, because you have Mercury here in Aries, you need to verbally talk to yourself in the morning. Whatever it is, it's like you need to heal this within yourself so you can have actual like unconditional love here in the 12th house, okay? Because that's the issue with the sun, moon, rising Scorpio is in that 12th house. The 12th house is hidden, and this can either go one of two ways when Libra is in the 12th house. It's like you either overgive and you don't give enough to yourself, Aries, or you hide the Venus energy, right? Which, you know, makes sense, especially with 7th house being in Taurus. So it's not easy expressing that part. So it's like that is kind of like the divine lesson within itself here, to learn how to be in your own energy so you can feel more comfortable expressing this, and also at the same time giving just enough. Not too little and not too much. Okay. So yeah, what do I think will be manifesting for you guys over time? I think it'll be a theme of sixth house things for you guys, getting healthier, as well as Neptunian things because Mars is here. So taking action towards the things you guys are daydreaming about. And making it a reality because, again, the 12th house natally belongs to Pisces, and you guys have the south node here, and the north node is on the same axis. So it's like by leaning into that north node and balancing out that south node, you would make these, you would bring the 12th house out into the physical plane because you would feel comfortable and safe doing so. So, yeah. Okay, April 10th, Mars in Pisces conjunct Saturn in Pisces. All right, so Mars and Saturn are linking up. They're getting along. They're conjunct. They're sitting next to each other. They're neighbors. So Mars is all about fast action. It's all about taking action. It's going after the things you guys want. It's taking initiative. Saturn, on the other hand, is the father that has to give us the tough life lessons that we don't want to learn, but we have to learn. Saturn is very karmic. Saturn takes time because it's like through time you will get better at this, okay? So Mars is looked at as the son of Saturn. So when I think of these two opposite energies vibing and they're getting along, I think of like a strategy. I think of being able to, it's very similar to Neptune and Saturn when they're next to each other and they're getting along. You're literally able to manifest your daydreams, what's going on in your mind. Except with Mars, instead of like running like head first, it's like Saturn would be like, whoa, 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 slow down there. Where are you going, boy? And then, you know, Mars would be like, oh, I'm just, you know, I'm going over there. And Saturn would be like, okay, and what's the plan? And Mars would be like, oh, I don't know. So it's like these two are going to sit down, they're going to talk, and they're going to come up with a strategy in order for Mars to achieve. Otherwise, Mars would be running through the fog. This is how I consider it. Some people consider this to be like exalted with Mars and Pisces. I don't like to drive through the fog. This is literally what Pisces energy is. It is fog. For some people, they feel very comfortable in the fog. They feel intuitively. The way I interpret Pisces energy is we're good with other people regarding Pisces, but not so much ourselves. And even then, that may not be accurate. It depends what's going on in everybody else's chart. Everybody has a different chart. So yeah, I like these two energies because I feel like with the fifth house, it's like with Saturn being in the fifth house, yeah, it's kind of taking away the fun. It's like there's the strict person every time you're trying to do something that like you feel passionate about and you're like, oh, I'm going to get to do this. And like somebody's there saying, no, there's rules to this shit. So you guys may not be feeling like you once did about the things that brought you joy. That's because Saturn's there. So with Saturn and Mars linking up, I would say it's going to feel like more possible for you guys to do the things you want, but you're going to be coming up with a strategy, a plan in order to achieve, because that's what Aries energy does. It's about being competitive. It's about achieving. I feel like it's more competition within itself. So this may be that. When it comes to creative endeavors. And if we're talking about romance, I would say instead of jumping head first, it's like you guys would be coming up with a plan. Where's Capricorn? It's in your third house. So learning, communicating, local community. So yeah, you guys would be, wait, and then Mars, Aries, and Scorpio. First house, sixth house. So yeah, you guys would be quote unquote slowing your roll. You guys would be thinking about yourselves first. You guys would be thinking, Pisces 12th house, past experiences, what has doing things head first, where has that gotten you? So there would be a strategy based off the things you guys have learned. I feel like I'm just repeating myself. Okay, so April 11th, Sun in Aries in your 6th house is going to be conjunct Mercury in Aries in your 6th house. Okay, so these two energies, when they're conjunct, it's good. It's nice because Mercury is your thoughts, your mind, your communication style. And think about it like, pretend this is your mind, although it looks like a cloud. And a flashlight is, oh my God. Okay. Anyway, so a flashlight was supposed to be shining on the brain and lighting up a dark place. So that's what's going on here, except the only thing is Mercury's in retrograde. So as you can tell, so Mercury, I still think this would be a positive energy for you guys. You guys would be able to see the direction you want to go in regards to, it's going to be you guys, how you want to take care of yourself, but also fifth house things because of that Mars energy. But like I said before, there's going to be a delay in this. You guys may be unsure. You guys are still trying to figure out this plan, this strategy. Let's see. April 19th, Mercury in Aries is conjunct Venus. Excuse me, Venus and Aries in your 6th house. Okay, so now Mercury and Venus are talking. So very similar energy with the Sun and Mercury talking, except it would be Venus and Mercury. So right off the bat, I mean, I feel like it's Captain Obvious, but your thoughts would be about beautiful things. It would be about love. It would be about money. So yeah, for some of you guys, this is definitely talking about an increase in money, or your thoughts will be on how can you make more money. There may be a delay in money that maybe you guys are expecting to get. Hold on one second. I want to connect the dots here. So we have Libra in the 12th house, and then we have Taurus in the 7th house. So this is where Venus rules. Venus rules your 7th house and your 12th house. So house of relationships, and then the 12th house, your mind, and where things go missing. Yeah, that makes sense. And then Mercury, this rules, where is it? Gemini, your 8th house. Ugh, the things going on behind your back and the things you guys are feeling. And then 11th house, the internet, your group of friends, social networking. So yeah, what will be on your mind? It'll definitely be relationships. It'll be partnerships. It'll also be how can you guys self-care, take care of yourselves during this time. And it's going to be, again, based on Mercury retrograde, the past, probably how you guys have been hurt before in the past. I'm going to say with that 12th house and that 8th house energy. And like I said before, work, money, how to make more money, or a delay and maybe money you guys are expecting, because the 7th house, it's not just relationships, it can also be talking about business partnerships. So so with Aries being in the 6th house, like I said before, it's not just this is a leadership position, and I'm not just being biased about that. I would say with Venus being in Aries and Mercury retrograde, there could be a delay in you guys getting money for your own business, something like that. Yeah, with that South Node in the 12th house, you know, there's pros and cons to everything in life, right? The same applies for astrology. So with the South Node gives you experience, even if it's a transit. It's like you guys have experience in this already. You guys know how to work with this energy. But there's also something to this energy where it's like the cosmos are also saying like, try to stay away from this, but not to confuse you, also implement it to get to your North Node. It's like you got to just apply common sense. And I know it can get a little confusing, but it gets confusing if you overthink it. I'm also picking up on groundedness. Because again, with Mars being the ruler of Aries, and it's in your 5th house in Pisces, right? Things get confusing, things get lost, things go astray. And I'm sure you guys know all about that, right? With Pisces energy in the 5th house. So I feel like when Venus and Mercury are talking to each other, I feel like there's going to be this energy of wanting to be grounded. And I'm saying this because you guys have Taurus, which is earth energy, in your 7th house. And you guys have Virgo in your 11th house. This is also earth energy. It's mutable. It goes with the flow much better than Taurus energy, but it's still earth energy. It's still, you know, it's still grounding energy nonetheless. So and since there's such a focus on the 6th house energy, which natally belongs to Virgo, I think there's just something about focusing on yourself and trying to get your mind right and ground yourself. Especially with Saturn being in that 5th house. It feels like there's no time for play. Okay. April 19th, Sun enters Taurus. So the Sun is leaving Aries in your 6th house, and it's entering your 7th house. So yeah, there's going to be an emphasis on relationships, partnerships. Where's Leo? It's in your 10th house. So yeah, I think for some of you, this is definitely going to be about businesses. Businesses, your business, or trying to create a business, trying to put yourself out there, or trying to link up with the right people. This is also talking about, excuse me, how you guys appear to other people. Because the 10th house, it's not just talking about your career, it's also talking about your reputation. It's also talking about your legacy, how you guys appear to the world. This is why it's like the World card in tarot. And since the Sun natally rules the 5th house, there's something to this because you guys have Saturn in the 5th house right now. And natally, this rules the 10th house, but you guys have Leo here. So there's just something about practicality going on, I feel like. So anyway, what will you guys be feeling when the Sun enters your 7th house? Well, you guys are going to be visible to other people, that's for sure. People are going to want to talk to you. I would say if you guys are, because I think of relationships, like I said, it's definitely connecting to business. So for those of you who are trying to find the right partners, this would definitely be the time to link up, or to put yourself out there. Because the Sun rules Leo, and you guys have this in your 10th house, your midhaven. So yeah, what was my other point? Hold on, I was going to say something. Oh, when it comes to dating, it's like you guys will be very visible here. So even if like you're not dating and it's more about, you know, for those of you who are looking to try to do something creative or fun, people are going to be seeing you, people are going to be recognizing you. Wherever the sun is, it's like you can't hide that. Wherever the sun is in our chart, it's like that's where we're shining. That's where we're popular. That's where people see us and they're like going up to us constantly. So it's in your 7th house, whether you want this or not. You know, you're going to be seen and attractive here. Also, I would say your thoughts would be on relationships as well. Okay. But yeah, okay, hold on one second. It definitely connects back to work because Venus is the ruler of Taurus and it's in the 6th house. You guys may be, I would say also expect to have fun at the workplace. Despite Saturn being here in Pisces, because Mars is the ruler here and Venus is in Aries and this is a fun energy, it's connecting back to this. There's something fun going on. I would be shocked if you guys said no. Okay. Okay, April 19th, Mars in Pisces in your 5th house is sextiling Uranus in Taurus in your 7th house. Okay, so Mars and Uranus are talking to each other. Now, I usually don't like these two planets talking to each other, but they're not talking to each other in a bad way. The reason I don't like it is with Mars, it's very fast, it's action oriented, but if you move too fast, you can get hurt, right? And with Uranus, this can be something suddenly happening, something shocking. It could be a disruption. And it could, honestly, there could be positive energies with these two. There could be positive energies with Uranus and Mars. Uranus can be downloads from spirit. This can be inspiration. This can be hope. This can be intuition. And Mars can literally be gusto, confidence, going after what you want, and like you're getting it because you took action. And they're both sextiling each other. So with a sextile, this is, again, action that you guys have to take. Otherwise, it's just an energy that sits there. So your 7th house and your 5th house are talking to each other. So again, 5th house is about romance. 7th house is about relationships. So I think for some of you guys, this is definitely talking about being visible with other people and people wanting in on your energy. And maybe out of nowhere, it's like something happens. Hold on. Uranus is the ruler of Aquarius. Excuse me. You guys have Venus, the 6th house. Mars is the ruler of Aries and Scorpio, 1st house, body. How you guys take care of yourself. I don't see it any other way, especially with Libra in the 12th house. This is talking about relationships. So yeah, I'm going to say around this time, you guys are going to, this could manifest with somebody else. Yeah, like somebody else could bring this energy into your life, I guess. It's possible. Yeah, I would say it's fast energy, and it's something where you guys are feeling positive about and you go for it. That's what I'm picking up on. It's like there's something suddenly happening here. hold on. Hold on, hold on, hold on. Uranus is the ruler of Aquarius, and you guys have Pluto there. Pluto's the ruler of your first house. First house, the body. Oh, okay. So you, okay. And then South Node. So you guys suddenly may connect with somebody from the past, is what I'm picking up on. Yeah. Okay, let's move on. April 20th. Ooh, this one. Jupiter in Taurus will be conjunct Uranus. Wait, I said that weird. Uranus and Jupiter will be conjunct. They're going to be vibing at 21 degrees. Okay. So the reason this is such like a big deal, so I forgot, what do they call it? A major conjunction? I forgot what it's called, but it's rare. So anyway, so ninth house energy is what this is going to be bringing on for you guys. So something will be literally shocking and expanding within your seventh house for you guys. And it's going to connect to the ninth house because it's happening in 21 degrees, which is Sagittarius energy. So I'm going to look at your ninth house and I'm going to look at your Sagittarius house. Okay. So you guys have Cancer in your ninth house. So maybe you guys are traveling. Maybe this happens while you guys are traveling with somebody else. No, I'm not getting that. Hold on. I'm getting the home. I'm getting something happening at home because Uranus is the ruler of Aquarius, right? And Jupiter is the ruler of Sagittarius. Sagittarius rules the ninth house, and you guys have this in Cancer. Cancer natally belongs to the fourth house. So I feel like there's something with your beliefs, or like just typical Sagittarius energy, like feeling positive, and it's like you guys will be feeling positive, and it's either, I feel like just something happens at home. Something expands at home with you guys. Pluto rules your first house, and it's happening in Aquarius energy right now in your fourth house at home. And Uranus and Jupiter will be conjunct, which means something within your mind, your thoughts will, it's like you're gonna be able to break free from limited beliefs. Something you thought you believed in will change. But somehow this is gonna connect to relationships and partnerships. It's like you guys are gonna think differently about this. And it's either gonna happen at home. It definitely, something you guys value. Something you guys value is going to change. And yeah, it could be a belief system you guys have had. A belief system you guys have had since, that you guys were raised on. About relationships. Could change in order to heal yourself, Aries. Since Venus is in Aries, I think of how do you guys love yourself, okay? How do you guys love yourself? Venus is the ruler of Taurus. It's in your seventh house right now. It's also the ruler of your 12th house, and you have the South Node here. What needs to leave about relationships that you guys currently think about? Like, what is the mindset here? what is a belief that you guys hold on to from the past? Cancer. Cancer energy talks about the past. Is there something here? Yes, with Pluto and Aquarius, this energy screams literally of rebelling and transforming, and having both of these combined, and it will be breaking and shattering belief systems that you guys were raised upon, and it connects to relationships. So what exactly will be happening, I'm not too sure. It could happen while you guys are traveling with somebody. Maybe you guys are dating, I don't know. But it's like with Jupiter, I think of the mind. And with Uranus, I think of the lightning bolt coming down and giving us some type of download, some type of intuitive hit. And whatever Jupiter touches, it expands upon. So it's like something like shattering will be happening with your thoughts on relationships. That's what I'm getting. Yeah. Okay, so anyway, April 21st, Sun in Taurus in your 7th house will be squaring Pluto in Aquarius. I'm telling you, it's like whatever this energy does in your mind, then all of a sudden it's going to kill your ego, because that's what Sun squaring the Pluto, Sun squaring the Pluto, that's what Pluto squaring the Sun does. So Pluto, when it's squaring something, it's like forcing us to see our shadow that needs to change, that needs to shift, because it's like it's no longer serving us. It's almost as if like it's forcing us to see a part of ourself that maybe once was a part of us, but it's like it's no longer there, so it can leave now. And it's just kind of hard to deal with because we're attached to that, and we don't want to accept that personality trait or this habit or whatever it is we do or we've been doing for years is no longer who we are. It's like we're attached to it. But with the sun is our expression, our vitality. It's how we it's happy energy, okay? And it's almost as if Pluto's just like, you know, to the sun. It's like squishing it. Squishing it, I don't know. But anyway, there's something with how you guys express yourselves in relationships that needs to change, is what I'm picking up on. Pluto, it's like Pluto in your 4th house, how you guys are raised, is going to be seeing something about how you do relationships, how you guys shine, or maybe don't shine, how you guys express yourselves, how you guys put yourselves out there. Because again, for some of you, it's going to be connecting to your 10th house in the way that it's either your career or just how you guys allow yourselves to shine. How are you guys visible? Are you guys visible? Are you guys putting yourselves out there? Something like that will be, you guys will be forced to see and change. And it's an energy that you guys will be dealing with because it's a square. With squares, it's a Saturnian lesson. It's a karmic lesson. So it's friction. It's an uncomfortable energy. So yeah, it's not really an energy you can avoid. And again, because Venus is the ruler of Taurus, it's going to connect back to your 6th house. How do you guys love yourself? Do you guys take care of yourself enough to allow yourselves to shine in relationships? How do you guys feel while you're in relationships? Like something like that will be happening. Yep, here we go. April 21st, Juno goes direct in Virgo in your 11th house. So what is Juno about? Juno is about soulmates. It's about soulmate energy. So when it was in retrograde, you guys have good could have been a little more judgmental because it was in Virgo. It would have took on the negative traits of Virgo energy. So you guys could have been more analytical, more picky. And now that it's going direct, it's like now you guys may be ready to commit, be in a relationship, or just look at people more clearly, not so over analytical. And it's happening in your 11th house. So this would be the internet. This would be your group of friends. This would be social networking. And Mercury, the ruler of Virgo's in your 6th house in Aries, but it's in retrograde. So yeah, I think you guys will be able to, for those of you that are like thinking about relationships where this is on your mind, I think you guys will be like a step closer. However, it's like there's still that delay with the Mercury retrograde. But you guys will be able to see a little bit more clearly. You'll be able to see people more clearly is what I'm trying to say, especially with the sun in the 7th house. The sun is light, so it's lighting up the 7th house, other people. Okay, so April 23rd, full moon in Scorpio, and definitely check these dates. I could be off by a day or two, okay? All right, so you guys have the full moon in Scorpio in your in your 1st house. Okay. Where's Pluto? It's in your 4th house. Okay, so yeah. All right. So what do I think this will be like? So the full moon, this usually illuminates something. You guys will be able to see something that needs to change, shift, leave your life. This is how I look at full moons. And it's going to have to do with you guys, literally. What's on that same axis as the 1st house? 7th house. So it's you guys, and on your mind will be partnerships, relationships. Something is going on there. And the ruler of Scorpio is Pluto and Mars, okay? Mars is the original ruler, and then it later becomes Pluto. So both hold true this day. So what is this full moon going to illuminate for you guys? It's going to illuminate something about yourselves and how you guys do relationships and how it affects your home life. How you guys may want to change something here. And it has something to do with that sun squaring Pluto energy. Because with Mars being in your 5th house, like, yeah, I think there's pros to this for people who are looking for just sex, because Mars is sex. But if you're looking for relationships, then it's like, well, that's not going to do the job. And then Pluto being in Aquarius, there is some type of change in regards to, which should be no surprise with this energy in the 4th house with Aquarius. But there's going to be some type of self-reflection going on, because full moon in your 1st house in Scorpio, you guys know all about deaths, rebirths. So there's going to be some type of self-reflection going on at home about relationships, romance, rethinking this, or for some of you guys, it could be creativity, art, things like that. But I'm not getting that, but there's going to be some of you guys where, yeah, that is the story. I'm getting more because Uranus is the ruler of Aquarius, and it's in the 7th house, partnerships, relationships. This is what I'm getting for you guys. And the 1st house and the 4th house, they square each other. So it's like, this is going to be, I feel like, an uncomfortable energy. I'm thinking if there's anything else I wanted to say there. Yeah, I think it may be a little confusing because, like I said before, and I keep saying, Mars and Pisces, things get lost, things get confusing. So you may not be too sure the direction you should be moving in or going towards. This is why Saturn's here, conjunct Mars right now, trying to help you. Oh my God. Trying to help you guys express yourselves. This is with the sun in the 7th house. Capricorn in the 3rd. This is like, this is, you know what energy this is screaming to me? Like Mercury in Capricorn type. Oh, does kind of is like Mercury in Capricorn. It's like speaking and expressing yourselves is difficult. Oh, okay, there we go. That was it. I thought I was going to say something more like deep. That was it. That was pretty much it. Okay, April 25th, Mercury goes direct in Aries. Okay. Oh, okay, there you guys go. That's like the lift I feel like you guys need. So in your 6th house, Mercury will go direct. That retrograde will be taken away. So things will feel much more lighter for you guys. I feel like the retrograde is messing you guys up, but now Juno's going direct. So for those of you that are thinking about business partnerships, relationships, it's like this Saturn conjunct Mars energy is now going to be able to help you create a plan. Okay. Mars in Pisces conjunct Neptune in Pisces in your 5th house. Okay. So Mars and Neptune will be talking to each other. They're going to be vibing. They're going to be getting along. So since Neptune is talking in a positive way, I don't think it's such a bad energy. I know Neptune gets a bad rap. I think Neptune can be dangerous in the sense that is it intuition or is it illusions? But when it's conjunct, I feel like it's a positive energy. It does depend on what's going on in your chart. But anyway, so it's in your 5th house, and Mars is about action. Neptune is about your daydreams, intuition. So I feel like there will be this energy to take action towards your daydreams. So it's like Saturn may have done the job to create this plan the whole time Mercury was in retrograde. And it's like the second Mercury goes direct, somehow it's like all of a sudden the plan you guys have been thinking of or just random thoughts in your mind, it's like now is go time is what I'm picking up on, and now you're literally going to go after this is what I'm thinking. Hold on one second. Where's Jupiter? Yeah, because Jupiter is the original ruler of Pisces, and this is in your 7th house. So you guys are definitely going to be expanding upon this. It's almost as if because Mars is the ruler of Aries, this is something that's going to make you guys feel confident, or you guys will be feeling confident in this action. And yeah, for some of you guys, this will be a business partnership or putting yourselves out there with artwork. I know I'm always saying artwork, but yeah, something creative that you guys do for business. Okay, April 29th, Venus enters Venus enters Taurus in your 7th house. Relationships. Venus rules Taurus. Okay, yeah. It could be business for some of you guys, definitely, because this natally belongs to that 2nd house. Your wallet, the things you guys own, the things you guys value. But I'm telling you, it's the things you guys value in relationships. And you guys want to expand upon this right now. There has been like, what is the word I want to use with Uranus here? There's been like this, I can't think of the word, but like this shakeup with your mind. Oh, this is what's done the job. I feel like kind of like, oh my God. Sorry. So, just like did the job, was that Uranus Jupiter conjunction. It was like helping this Saturn Mars conjunction with this strategy. Because I was thinking to myself, I'm like, yeah, but Mercury was in retrograde the whole time. How is it the second Mercury goes direct? Are they ready for this quote unquote plan? The second Mars and Neptune link up, which doesn't even sound like the best transit in the world, if I'm being honest. But it's because there was some type of breakthrough with your thoughts in your mind. And I forgot about that part. Sorry. Okay, so yeah, so Venus enters Taurus in your 7th house. It's honestly, guys, it's pretty straightforward. Venus is in your house of relationships. So yeah, it's either love or partnerships. Okay. So yeah, and also again, you guys will be a magnet with the Sun and Venus here with the 7th house. So for those of you that aren't talking to anybody, aren't dating, aren't even looking, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, because you guys will be extremely attractive. People will want to talk to you. People will think you're attractive. Yeah, you guys will just seem like you're fun. You guys will seem like you're beautiful. Yeah, all those typical planet-like things. And it's happening in Taurus in your 7th house. April 30th, Mars enters Aries. So I am all about Aries energy, except this one. I'm sorry if you guys have this natally, but you know, could look different in your chart. But Mars being in Aries, I'm not a fan. In the 6th house, it actually could be positive, because if you guys are working on your body, your health, then it's like you guys will definitely be driven 1010%. Don't worry about being the person that's like, oh, I'll start on Monday. No, you won't feel that way. Even with Chiron being here, Mars in Aries energy is so loud, it's so big. Your body will want to get up early. It will want to work out. It will want to do something. There's going to be something in that 6th house of regimen where you guys will be driven to work on something. I don't even need to ask you guys. I already know what it is. So sorry. But yeah, so I'm going to look at your 1st house. It's in Scorpio. So yeah, you guys will be transforming your body, working on your body once Mars enters Aries. And I feel like this makes sense. It's literally about to be May. So yeah, just what I would advise, okay, because it's on that 6th, 12th house axis, your mind, your thoughts. Be careful about angry thoughts, because 6th house is still talking about everything you do every day. This is when people piss us off, okay? Because we have to leave the house. And that's when things, you know, can go south. So when you're driving, when you have to communicate with other people, this energy is so quick to do stupid shit. Let me just tell you. I mean this on everything. And because it's in your 12th house, this is going to connect back to your mind. It's literally, think of it like this, like here's Mars living over here, and here's your mind over here. Because it's on the same block, it's like if you get angry, it's going to hit that mind. It's just, I don't like that. So just be careful with your thoughts more so during this time. And I would definitely advise to be physically working out with Mars in Aries in that 6th house, because you need to let that energy out. That energy needs to go somewhere. Is there anything else I wanted to say? No, I definitely think your body will be changing during this time. Yeah. Pluto's the ruler of Scorpio as well. Aquarius, a change. You guys may be motivated by other people because of Uranus being here. Is there anything else going on? Oh, there's one more. I'm sorry. Okay. Same day, Venus in Taurus in your 7th house will be squaring Pluto in Aquarius. Okay. So Venus. Ooh. Okay. So Yeah. Venus squaring Pluto. This is like power struggles. This is, I mean, ultimately, again, it's a square. So it's an energy we're all going to be feeling. It's a karmic lesson. There's tension, there's friction, whether it manifests physically or not. I would be careful when it comes to relationships with this energy, because ultimately, like, the best way to handle this is there is a shadow that is being shown in regards to how you guys do relationships, and how you guys can, I don't want to say 50-50, but how this can be Libra energy, how this can be in harmony, the give and take energy. It's like you guys will be able to see something either about yourselves or another person, and you're not going to like this. It's either going to be about yourselves or the other person, and you're going to want to literally control the situation because it's a square. You're going to want to control it, but it really has to do with the fear of not being in control in a relationship, and it stems from issues at home. Okay, this is where it's coming from with Pluto being in the fourth house. There's like a power trip going on here, and it's like, let's say you get in a relationship or you start talking to somebody, and then it's like, let's say you go to bed early, right? But the other person wants to see you later. And you notice this is a trend of theirs. And I don't know, this is a terrible example, but it's what's coming to my mind right now. And you feel disrespected because you know you've said this more than once to them, but they continue doing the same thing. It's like on this type of day, if you were to say no to that person, like, no, I'm not going to see you tonight because, as I've already been telling you, I go to bed early, then this person like withholds themselves from you and then will not see you that whole week. That would be a power struggle, right? They're literally manipulating you in order to control you so they can see you on their terms, whether they're consciously aware of it or not. That's what they're doing. So that would be like a Venus squaring Pluto, where you're being open, you're being honest, you're trying to create that harmony Libra energy, where you are leading into the North Node Aries, where you're thinking about the health of yourself, like what works for you, what doesn't. You know you've expressed this openly with this person before, and nothing's changing. And now this is what this person's doing. So instead of, let's say, breaking up with the person because you see there is power struggles here, is this person worth talking to about this first? Do you give this person another chance, or do you believe you've seen them and then that's it? This is what this can create, Pluto squaring Venus, because it's such like an intense energy that, like, it's like you really have to think it through before you act on trying to control somebody else. So you may want to break up with that person because of what you're seeing about them, but make sure that if that's what you're doing, you mean it, and you're not trying to do something very similar to what they did, which is try to control them by controlling the situation. I hope that made sense, because that's ultimately what this energy is it's literally a power struggle where two people are trying to control each other, so it creates breakups, it creates really dark energy. I want to say it's just like ruining love when it's a square. So the best way to handle this is like openly, the best way to handle it is through seventh house things. And seventh house things is Libra energy, which is harmony, balance, talking, expressing, healthy relationship things. It's not like I'm going to one up them. Okay. So yeah, you want to be careful with that. Okay. So now I want to make sure I went over everything. Where would I start with this shit? Okay. Sixth house with the North Node, Chiron, Sun, Mercury retrograde, Venus, new moon in Aries. What would you guys be feeling? Definitely, there's going to be ups and downs with your sixth house in the month of April, in regards to your confidence, I want to say. And it's really because of that Chiron. It's because of that Chiron, fucking shit up. You guys may be down on yourselves about possibly either your mental well-being or your body, how you guys appear. But overall, it's definitely like, I want to just say, because it's Aries, it's definitely yourself and how you guys take care of yourself. You guys may be more down, I feel like, or at least the beginning of the month, just because there's some hard transits going on with that new moon in Aries and the solar eclipse. So, and Mercury being in retrograde really isn't helping matters. It's like your mind isn't clear. It's not on right. And I may be wrong with this, but I feel like it was, because it's not like I talk about every transit for the month, but it may have been connected to Chiron. I feel like it was at some point. Maybe not. But regardless, but you guys with that North Node, the head of the dragon here, will be very determined about your health, like whether it's physical, whether it's eating better, or just mentally. Like, you guys will be driven here, but you're going to be conflicted because of that Chiron and the Mercury retrograde. When Venus is here, you guys are really going to be reflecting on, do you guys love yourself? How can you love yourselves better? With Neptune, Saturn, Mars, and Venus, Venus really won't be in Pisces for too long in April. But with Mars being in that fifth house, you guys are probably just like dazed and confused about romance and creative endeavors. Like, if you guys feel like you're artistic or creative, I would say you probably are feeling lost, I would say. I would be surprised if you guys did not feel that way, especially because, like I keep saying, Mars is the ruler of Aries, and because of everything I just said is going on in that sixth house, it's like if you're not okay, well, then it's a ripple effect with everything else, right? With astrology, everything's connected. So yeah. So Saturn, Neptune. So you guys want to take romance seriously. You guys want to take whatever it is you're dreaming about with romance or creative endeavors, being creative, having creative ideas seriously, and you want to move on this, but you may feel stuck. And then towards the end of April, you may start feeling some type of ideas again, things that are realistic that you can actually do. Pluto and Aquarius, you guys will definitely, I would be shocked if you said this. If you didn't say this, you guys will be wanting to change things up in your, wherever it is you guys live. Like, you guys are going to be wanting to do something. You'll also be having deep psychological, I feel like, conversations with yourself. Like deep thoughts with yourself. Third house in Capricorn is what it is. Second house in Sagittarius with Pallas Athena in retrograde. This is a strategy, and she's in retrograde. She's a little delayed right now. So how would you guys be feeling about this? Well, this is also your wallet. Okay, so for some of you guys that are trying to link up with other people, because Jupiter's the ruler of Sagittarius, and it's in the 7th house of partnerships, relationships, you guys may be feeling a little like you want to expand here, but feeling set back, especially with that Mercury retrograde. There could be something like that. You also may not be trusting the people that you're considering. Oh, I just picked up on this because Mercury will be in retrograde, and Mercury rules your 8th house in Gemini. Your spidey senses may be kicking in about other people. Ooh, that was juicy, and I just added that in. Sorry. I like to go with the flow. I like to razzle some dazzle. Is that, no, that's not the line. Anyway, don't care. So yeah, with Pallas Athena, your strategy may be delayed with things you guys value. Definitely because of you guys, 1000%, because there's an emphasis on you guys and your health, but duality with other people. Yeah, when Mercury rules the 8th house, this is smart energy. This is being able to pick up on other people and what's going on behind your back. And because Jupiter, the ruler of Sagittarius, is in the 2nd house, which is on the same axis as that 8th house, there's something here with other people you guys may be picking up on. And that also may be, if not affecting your wallet, you may be holding your wallet back in some type of way, or holding back in investing in other people. Tell me I'm not good. I want you guys to tell me I'm not good. Okay, that's where I kill it. Okay, so the full moon, what will you guys be feeling? Definitely in touch with your body. Something will be illuminated about yourself. It will be, again, you, yourself, and I, and it will be happening at home. And I do believe very strongly it will be connected with relationships, how you guys do relationships, how you guys want to change this. 12th house with Libra, South Node being here. What will you guys be feeling? You guys, because it's the South Node, it's talking about the past, you guys will definitely be thinking about Libra energy, relationships, how you guys do relationships, past relationships, 1000%. This will also be leading you guys into that Aries energy in the 6th house, how you guys want to do better, how you guys want to focus on yourselves. Maybe you guys feel like you've been burned too many times in the past and you're just like, fuck people, blah, blah, blah. 11th house, Juno in Virgo, once it goes direct, you guys will be able to see people more clearly. This is also what's going to help you guys with this whole plan, this strategy thing. Hold on. What do I see when I channel this? What is this energy? Sun, Moon, Rising, Scorpios. 5th house, Saturn. I feel like I'm seeing sadness turned into happiness, and it's all hidden. It's my dog. It's probably my dog's energy I'm channeling. So anyway, I'm just kidding. But anyway, that's what I'm seeing. Somehow this connects to being sad and then feeling happy. And it connects to Juno going direct. So I think when this is in retrograde, you won't be seeing other people fairly, is what I want to say. It's almost as if like, picture only seeing people and their negative traits only, and you're not able to see their positive traits. But the thing is, like, the thing to remember with Virgo energy is we're not perfect, and that includes ourselves. Okay. 10th house Leo, 9th house Vesta, Cancer. Okay, so you guys will be passionate about, this is a tough one. I want to say there's an energy here about feeling passionate about traveling, learning, expanding on information, philosophy or spirituality. And oddly enough, you guys may be doing it at home, even though this is in the 9th house. I would be interested to know about that one if that's true. Or it's just like the things you guys are passionate about learning make you feel like home, or remind you about the past, or bring up emotions, remind you about the mother. There's something going on here with Vesta. And it's a little confusing to me because I would normally say, oh, you guys are passionate about learning and traveling, but it's in Cancer. Cancer is the home. So it's like, you see the difference. Ninth house energy is, my opinion, about 2 hours away from home. It's not just out of the country. I know a lot of people think that, but that's not true. So I don't know. Yeah. Learning about things that make you feel like home, maybe. Okay, did I go over all this now? Oh, the last one, 7th house, 8th house, Gemini, 7th house, Uranus, Jupiter, Sun, and Venus. What will this be? You guys will be a magnet for relationships. You guys will be attracting people. This will be in business, work, and romance, 1000%. Whether you accept these proposals or not, it doesn't matter. Like, picture like walking down the block and everyone is just like staring at you. This is what this is screaming. Okay. Sun is in Leo, Venus. Yeah, there's definitely this energy about the 7th house where it's just like, it feels like things are like missing with the 7th house. This is what I'm picking up on. Okay. So yeah, that's what I got for you guys. Let's get to the channel messages.